Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fate Stay Night. Well, if the appearance of Archer, Gilgamesh, the 8th servant, was this route's 11th hour twist, then I guess last time we just got the 12th hour twist. Shirou went to go visit Kirei at the church, and turns out there's an underground dungeon where Kirei's been torturously keeping some people alive for 10 years. Shirou's fellow victims to the fire 10 years ago. And Kirei's been keeping them alive, but only barely, to sustain Gilgamesh over these years. They're batteries for him. And what's more, Kirei is a master. He is the master of Lancer. Kukulane. So that's not good. And of course, he had Shirou stabbed with a Gayabolga, and apparently Saber's going to feel that and realize her master is in distress and come running, so we might actually be on track to end this route. I feel like things could end within like the next 6 videos or so. It's kind of surreal to think about, but before we continue along, we actually need to rewind time and go back to the choice. Because here, we had this choice to either go down the stairs, which we did, or to go back home. And I have to wonder just what would happen here. I look away from the darkness leading underground. I run, suppressing my raging heart. I can't stay here another second. I want to get out of this building as fast as I can. This place is bad. It's been bad for a long time. This church is a terrible place for Emiya Shirou. I should never have entered this building, nor met that priest. That's true. I reached the chapel. This empty house of God is ominous. I run while looking behind me. I'm almost at the exit. There's no one behind me. There's no one behind me. There's no one behind me. I leave the church. I run without turning back. What did I fear? And what was I trying not to see? The unease in my back remains. Wow, he actually made it out? Huh. Shirou, where have you been all by yourself? Uh-oh. As soon as I get home, I'm surprised. Saber is standing at the entrance. Oh, I'm home, Saber. It is not I'm home. How many times do I have to tell you not to go outside by yourself? Yeah. That's right. Sorry. I'll be more careful next time. There will not be a next time. I am really angry this time. Shirou, tell me your reason for going out. Why are you causing me trouble when your wounds from yesterday are not healed, and when Gilgamesh could attack at any second? Saber glares sharply at me. But, I went to the church. I thought it would be beneficial if we could ask the priest about Gilgamesh's weakness or something. The church? But why now? I consulted him before. As the supervisor, I thought he might be able to do something about a servant that's still here after the last war. But it was useless. I failed. I guess it's only natural for you to yell at me. I have you, so we should have gone to the church together. I lower my head once more in apology. No, if you understand, it is fine. Oh, Saber's become such a softie. Saber withdraws her threatening attitude instantly. That's right. Saber was really mad at my stupidity, but she's soft enough to forgive me. What did I just say? If I'm not conceited, it's like her resentment at being left alone was cancelled just by having me come home. That is true. If you regret your actions, I will overlook this case. It seems I did not act maturely. That's not true. You were waiting for me, right, Saber? Honestly, that really helped me out. My anxieties finally went away when you yelled at me. Huh? You were helped by my yelling. Yeah, I was really relieved, knowing that I could come back to you. What? Yes, I'm happy to be back. I'm able to see Saber again. If I had gone down those stairs, I feel like I would have never returned. Thinking about it, I think that choice was a good one. Uh-oh. Okay, well, that's a scene transition, and Shirou didn't die, so I have no cause to believe that this could end anytime soon. Weird, but okay. Let's keep going on with this just a bit more, maybe. Shirou, how about we cooperate with Lancer? Yes, thank God! Wait, I forgot. I was like, yes, cooperate with Lancer, fight Gilgamesh together, but then I realized, oh right, Lancer's with Kirei, and Kirei's with Gilgamesh, so it's a moot point. Saber, what did you say? It's past 2 in the afternoon. I look at Saber over the slightly belated lunch table. I said we should cooperate with Lancer. Gilgamesh exists outside the rules of the Holy Grail War. Lancer will not be able to overlook him as well, so he should be willing to cooperate with us if the conditions are right. You mean our enemy's enemy is our ally? Yes. If some collateral were provided, he should ally with us temporarily. An alliance with Lancer, huh? There certainly might be no other way. We can't match Gilgamesh by ourselves. But if Saber and the Lancer can cooperate, we should be able to come up with some measures. You're right. I don't know if Lancer will ally with us, but it won't hurt to ask him. And the problem would be... Yes, how to find Lancer. Lancer has not appeared since that night, and his master is still unknown. I did not think he would stay quiet there when there are only 2 of us left. Yeah, but he's not coming out, so does that mean he's scared to fight you one-on-one? Of course not. Lancer is a worthy hero. He would be happy to fight me, and certainly not reluctant. But he still has not appeared, so perhaps he has some reason not to. Yeah. Oh no. We both cross our arms and ponder. You guys are rather well matched this morning. What are you doing creeping in here? Get in here. What are you doing? Tosaka? Rin, how long have you been there? We are both surprised at the same time. For some time now. Shirou is only watching Saber, and Saber is only watching Shirou. I felt stupid, so I just kept quiet. Wasn't that the right choice? You guys had such a good atmosphere going, I couldn't intrude on you. What? Rin, we are servant and master. Such things are... Fine. I'll say you're right. But about what you two were talking about, I agree that we should cooperate with Lancer. If that Goldie is the king of heroes, we would need to do that to even have a chance of beating him. Whoa. I don't know how long she's been listening, but Tosaka understands the situation. It seems while we were eating, she's heard that the true identity of Archer is Gilgamesh, and that his noble phantasm exceeds that of Saber's. So, I'll go home for a while. I need to get a weapon, get ready to lure Lancer out, and prepare some medicine for Ilya. I was gonna ask, is Ilya still unconscious? Medicine for Ilya? Tosaka, is something wrong with Ilya? Nothing. Her condition hasn't changed since yesterday. Her breathing is stable, and her fever is down. She just doesn't have any energy right now. Well, she should wake up and wander in when she gets hungry, so cook her something good when she does. She puts down her empty bowl. Tosaka was nonchalantly eating lunch too? Okay. I just have that mental image of Rin just standing there, peeking around that corner, just munching a bit from the bowl while she watches them. God, I love Rin. I can't wait for the Unlimited Blade Works route, because I know Rin's the protagonist of that route, and I feel like she's the kind of character where 90% of her thoughts and emotions are under the surface. So getting in her head again, ever since a prologue, will be a great treat. And also, I just like her way more than Shirou, so there's that too. And also, we'd probably learn more about Archer, as in the real Archer. The red one. Can't wait, I love that guy, he's cool. See ya. I'll be back by dinner time, so don't do anything until then. After Tosaka goes home, Saber and I do nothing and just stare at the clock. For some reason, the living room is tense. Shirou? You want some more tea, Saber? We raise our heads at the same time and freeze as soon as our eyes meet. What is it, Saber? If you want to say something, say it. No, yes, some more tea, please. All right, I'll go and prepare some right away. I miss tea. I recently moved to a new house, like a few months ago, and it was to a way hotter place. The summer here has been unbearable, but the worst part is, it's just been too hot to have tea. Oh. Well, I say that, but I'm not even living in England, and that's having a huge heat wave right now. I like peppermint tea, yeah. An hour passes in this way. If we're not doing anything else, I should be being taught some sword techniques or be resting. But neither Saber nor I mentioned that. I know myself that I'm acting strangely. I know, but I want to be with Saber like this for now. No matter how awkward and nervous I am, and even though this is the 10th cup of tea, I still want to watch her face. And then, when I stand up to go to the kitchen, the doorbell rings. Oh good, this is Kirei and probably Lancer to kill Shirou and end this offshoot timeline, right? Right? I guessed. At a time like this? Not many people come by my house. Sakura is the only one who might ring the doorbell, but she won't come here until my cooperation with Tosaka is over. Fujini is undergoing medical care at her house as well, and it's not like I associate much with my neighbors. Shirou. Yeah. Come with me, Saber. If something happens, I'll let you deal with it. Yes, I shall protect you no matter what. Who is it? I call out, still keeping the door closed. I am from the church. I have come to inform you of the results of the investigation you requested. Oh, Kirei. My breathing stops for a second. The guy on the other side of the door is the guy I went to see this morning. Shirou? What is wrong? You seem pale. No, I'm fine. Can I open the door, Saber? I'll send him away if you don't want him to come in. On the first night we met, Saber did not want to enter the church. I remember that, so I checked with her. I do not mind. I shall abide by your decision. I answer her with a nod and open the door. You took quite some time. Are you for some reason unwilling to see me, Emiya Shirou? No, I was just surprised since I didn't think you would come to see me. You have something to talk about, right? Come in. I pull back and try to lead Kodomine into the living room. But... Is that an air blower going outside? Oh, I hope you guys can't hear that. No, we can talk here standing. I have discovered only a bit, so the conversation should be quick. The priest pulls back and tries to leave the hall. Hey, where are you going, Kodomine? I told you we shall speak standing up, but I cannot do so with that servant standing there. If she threatens me like that, I prefer to value my life. I turn back to Saber, who is behind me. Saber? Kodomine is right. Saber is emitting a terrible, murderous intent that even makes me pale. What is a master from the last war doing here? I remember that Kiritsugu shot and killed you. Okay, must be a strong family resemblance. Unless Kirei was lying about being the son of a master from the last war. Or no. Wasn't it... No, Kirei said that his father oversaw the last war, didn't he? No. What did he say? Oh, it was so long ago. Oh well. Certainly. When I abandoned my rights as a master and raised my hands, he shot me from the back. If I did not have God's divine protection, I would have died then. Whoa. That's right. Oh. Yeah, didn't Kirei actually admit straight up that he did take part in the last war? It was just that he was the first to lose, right? But what of it? It must be like yesterday for you, but it happened 10 years ago for me. Are you going to bring up a fight that has already ended? Saber's murderous intent doesn't weaken at all. Saber, he's right. Forget about the last war for now. Who was Kirei's servant? If it was Archer, that could be a problem. Shirou, but this man cannot be taken lightly. Kiritsugu targeted this priest before any other enemy because he was an enemy who had to be defeated before anything else. That is an honor. If the ones that survived to the end say that of me, perhaps I am not that bad. How can you talk so impudently? The air tenses. Crap. If things go on like this, I really won't be able to stop Saber. Hold on, Saber. I had Kodomine investigate Gilgamesh. We already know his true identity, but everything else about him is a mystery, right? Don't we need to know as much as we can about him now? That is true, but... I do not mind either way. It might not be that useful. And it is not like I have no feelings. I feel bad getting such rude pressure from the servant of the man who shot me. As I am inexperienced, I might not be able to act as a priest should.
That goes the same for me as well. I will not trust an old enemy.
The two glare at each other. This isn't good. Things won't get anywhere like this. Saber, stay back. I'm going to talk to Kodomine.
Shirou! No, this man is dangerous. If you're to talk with him, I will also...
Yeah, I know how you feel, but I'm a master. I won't die that easily, even if something happens, and you would come right away if something did, right? Nothing dangerous is going to happen. Of course not. A human cannot outwit a servant. Emiya Shirou, it seems your servant is an excessive worrier. Don't provoke her too much. I'll listen to you. I'll have Saber stay away, so that's enough, right? No, I do not feel like talking here. There is no way to run if Saber attacks me. There should be a courtyard. I can at least run for a few seconds there, even if Saber goes mad. You could stop her in that time with your command spell. Fine, but that won't happen. Saber, stay by the porch. I'll call for you if something happens.
Yes, if you say so, Master.
Oh, this is not going to end well. What is Kirei scheming? This place is good. This is an open space, and I can see the mansion clearly. I move about 2 meters away. It's hard to hear when he speaks softly, but I can react to anything this way no matter what he does. So, what did you find out, Kodomine? Oh, I would like to confirm one thing with you before that. A big smile full of compassion. The priest takes one slow step towards me. I'm sorry I was away this morning. Here, you forgot this.
Ah.
A thump. He throws something onto the grass.
Oh.
That's a corpse. Or a living corpse, rather. How did he smuggle this? Was he keeping this under his robes? The sound of the boundary field. The alarm goes off. The boundary field Father put up, the alarm that reacts to intruders with malicious intent, is going off. Lancer is the cause of the disturbance. He must have entered this place with some reason in mind. I can't hear the priest's words too well. The thing he threw at my feet. I can't take my mind off it since it looks like it can only be the corpse of a small child. So Saber went to meet the enemy. He cannot fight with full power inside the building. The enemy would need one more move to kidnap Ilgisville. The thing that looked like a child's corpse isn't a corpse. It's alive. Its limbs are cut off. There is only the head and the body. The skin is peeled off. The meat is rotting. But the child is alive. The skin is peeled off and the face just looks like a specimen. So why? A sharp, heavy object pierces my heart from behind. A human cannot outwit a servant. Of course, only servants can outwit other servants. I don't care about the priest's scornful laughter. I don't mind that my heart has been pierced and I'm spewing out blood from my mouth like a hose. Why? What fills my body is wonder. Why do I recognize a corpse that isn't even human anymore? Oh my god, I can only imagine what would be going through my head if I chose that path first. Okay. Tiger Dojo. Let's turn on voices.
Hi! みんな元気かな?
I hear fighting. Okay. Hi, are you all doing well?
人間誰しも怖いことは嫌だよね。だからちょっとひよっただけなのに何の因果か地獄の虜。
I'm sure everybody hates scary places, so you decided to wait and see. But it turns out you're trapped in hell.
気がつけば騙し討ちされているあなたを慰める Q&A コーナー。タイガー道場の時間です。
It's time for It's It's time for the Okay, I can't. Oh.
ただいま屋敷ではセーバーちゃんとランサーが戦っております。
Right now, Saber-chan and Lancer are duking it out in the mansion.
弟子1号はとっ捕まったみたいだし、シロウは庭で死んでるし、もうこの屋敷の風紀はどうなっているのか。
My senior student was captured, and Shirou is dead in the yard. What is with the morals of this place?
昨今の若者はルールがなっていなくて、お姉ちゃん悲しいな。
Kids these days are so rude that it makes me sad.
さて、クライマックスを直前にしてデッドしちゃった君。
Well now, for you who died right before the climax.
君子危うきに近寄らずはいい言葉だけど、世の中避けてばかりじゃゴールにはたどり着けないのだ。
Men of virtue avoid danger is a good phrase, but you cannot even reach the goal if you keep avoiding things.
選択肢に戻って自爆覚悟で教会の闇に挑むべし。
Go back to the choice and challenge the darkness of the church, ready to die.
物語は本当にクライマックス直前。
The story really is almost at the climax.
長かった夜ももうじき明けようとしています。
The long night is about to end.
セーバーちゃんの願いは果たされるのか。
Will Saber-chan's wish come true?
シロウが隠し持つ心の歪みとは何なのか。
What is the distortion hidden in Shirou's mind?
そして立ちはだかる英雄王を倒す手段は。
And is there a way to defeat the King of Heroes? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
次回最終話
Oh my god, they did
ユー
it.
トピア。
Next episode, Utopia. That perfect place that cannot be reached. Uh-oh.
ここまで来たらノンブレーキでエンディングまで駆け抜けちゃってほしいな。
You've come this far, so I want you to go straight to the ending without stopping. You know what? I'm gonna take that as a sign. Alright. On my channel, I just finished my playthrough of Minecraft. I think I will do nothing but Fate until we finish the Fate route. And then I'll start playing the game that will replace Minecraft, Pokemon Heart Gold Nuzlocke. Yeah, let's go. It's Fate from here on out, unless something unforeseen happens and I need to do something else, but I don't know. I'll try. Okay, well. Oh, don't quit. Go to config. Voice volume back to 0. Let's load up. This is where it caught up. So Shirou's currently at the bottom of the church, stabbed by the Gaia-Bolga, and Saber should come running. When she wakes up, Shirou cannot be found. She thought he might be preparing a late lunch, so she makes her way to the living room, but she can find neither Shirou nor any lunch. He has gone out alone again?
I told him to tell me if he does so. Why does he not listen to me?
She complains to herself and sits by the porch.
Honestly, I know he likes to walk alone, but that takes away the whole meaning of our cooperation.
She swings her legs, not knowing what to do. She soon loses interest in that and looks up as if pondering. The whole sky is shaded and gray. How many shades? The canopy of clouds is drifting slowly, and an opening can be seen in the distant sky. It should be a clear sky tonight. Once the stars can be seen, tomorrow can be predicted. She still remembers how to read the stars, something she learned from her magus. She only used it to ask if her way was right, but she thinks about predicting a certain person's future, just for tonight. And if possible, a bright future. She wants to predict the dangers ahead and guide him in the proper direction. The one she worries about is so reckless that she cannot sleep unless she does so.
Well, the problem is the stars that can be seen from this town.
Come to think of it, she has never looked up at the sky until this day. All she cared about was winning the Holy Grail War, and not reading stars for someone else. She knows it's not like her, but she still tries to read the stars, and she waits for nightfall to come. Honestly, this is a big change in her thinking. She continues to stare at the sky, thinking it's just like the young girls in love she has read about in stories.
Oh, Saber, do you know where Shirou went? Rin!
She gets up like a robot.
What is it? It is not like I am surrendering to Shirou.
Just hand Rin the loaded gun, why don't you? She says so with a red face.
Oh, was I interrupting you?
Rin smiles in an evil manner. She's living under the same roof, but even without that, Emiya Shirou and Saber's reactions are easy to understand. She's sharp when it comes to others, so she already knows about them. So of course, she's aware of what happened last night.
Well, I'll make fun of you later. Seriously, do you know where Shirou is? I was thinking about asking for his help since Ilya's fever seems to be rising. Ilya's veal? Did she not recover? No. I didn't tell Shirou, but she's almost at her limit. She won't be back to normal until the ritual of the Holy Grail War ends. Her capacity is extraordinary, but it's still filling up.
So Rin was lying to Shirou in that scene we just saw. Ooh.
There's still a bit of capacity left, so unimportant functions are still working. But once it's full, she will have to discard her least important function, which is her ability to be human. Ilya's veal is made to break down more and more as the Holy Grail War progresses.
Yeah, Ilya probably is the vessel, the Holy Grail itself. And if she's filling up with magical energy, it must be soon to exceed a human's limit. Rin speaks annoyingly, but Saber does not understand what she is trying to say.
Oh, it's fine. I said it in a way you wouldn't understand. Let's put Ilya aside for now. It's about Lancer. I found out who his master is. What? Lancer's master has been identified? Yeah, well, I found out, or more like I knew it. Lancer's master was a foreigner dispatched by the Magic Association. Oh. I already knew that, and I finally found her secret base earlier, but... Oh, what? Lancer's original master must have died at some point, and Kirei must have taken him in. The batteries are for Lancer too. So neither has command spells to work with, right? Neither Gilgamesh or Lancer. Kirei doesn't have any command spells, do they? Whoa. Okay. Rin, you should avoid such dangerous activities. If you found their base, you should have told me. I was going to, but it seems strange from the outside. I went in thinking it was empty. All I found were traces of blood and a left arm with no command spell. There was nothing else. I think the arm was cut off, but based on how much blood there was, I don't think the master's alive. Lancer's master is already dead. Yo, I wonder if Lancer's master will be an actual character in the other routes. Like, we have no idea how different things are gonna be. Huh. Then Lancer does not exist anymore. They were defeated by another servant after Shirou was attacked 10 days ago? I wish that's the case, but the bloodstains were older than that. Do you know what that means? Oh. By the time Lancer already attacked Shirou at the house 10 days ago, Lancer was already working with Kirei. So Kirei is the coward Lancer spoke of then. The servant was not killed, and the master was killed first. So a master took the arm, the command spell, and formed a contract with Lancer. Oh, Kirei can do that. We saw him in a bad ending route where he took Shirou's command spell. Ah. But Shirou and I are the only remaining masters, right? But Lancer still remains. Then that means a Magus who's not a master became one after stealing the command spell. But is that even possible, Saber? No. The transfer of the command spell can only be between masters and servants. No matter how superior the Magus, he cannot become a master by stealing the command spell. I see. Then, one more question. Is a master still a master if they have the command spell and their servant even after the Holy Grail disappears? Oh. It is just as you say. As long as the command spell and the servant remain, that Magus retains the rights of a master even after the Holy Grail war. Saber realizes the meaning of Rin's question and swallows her words. Then you think that the one who killed Lancer's master and formed a contract with Lancer is... Yeah, I can't think of anything else. In that case, Lancer's actions make sense. He seemed like his role was to inspect other servants, right? Usually they expose their true identity when they fight, but he wasn't even hiding his. So that must mean he was only there to collect information. I feel the same way. He did not fight to the end even when he fought with me. Once they have used a noble phantasm, it should be a rule for the servant to kill their enemy. Right. So Lancer's master has another servant, He collected information using Lancer and attacks with his other unknown servant. It's a great strategy. Well, I'm sure it was a pain for Lancer. He had to fight 6 servants, study their techniques, and return to his master. Fighting all 6 servants to a draw. He's quite outrageous in a way. Rin grows quiet and ponders. Did she follow suit? Saber feels a chill for no reason. Lancer's master has already been killed. An unknown master who uses a heroic spirit of that degree just to collect information. And as the master planned, the only servants remaining are Lancer and Saber. If the enemy is such a person, is it not dangerous to leave Shirou by himself even during daytime? There were several enemies before, but there are no other enemies now. If they only have to defeat Shirou, the enemy might not follow their previous plan. Rin, do you know where Shirou would be? Once she starts thinking like that, it will not stop. She cannot leave Shirou alone. Even now, Shirou might be in danger. I don't know. I asked you because I didn't know, but he might be at Kirei's. He went off to talk to him before, too. To that church? What's wrong, Saber? Do you have something against that church? No, it is not that, but... The church is not a holy place. It is stagnated with death to the same level as the Ryudo Temple. The instant she regrets that Shirou might be there by himself, a vision of some other place pops into her head. She glares into the distance. She looks in one direction, towards Kodamine Church on top of the hill. There is no time. Saber leaps out to the yard and jumps onto the wall. Hey, Saber, what are you doing? I'm going to the church. Please take care of this place, Rin. Without even turning to Rin, she jumps off. She runs like a bullet. She reaches the place without stopping or slowing down. If anybody saw her, it would have just looked like a sudden gust of wind. The wind is clad in silver and blue armor. Saber is armed as soon as she sees the enemy's territory. She did not intend to arm herself. She had decided to arm herself when she entered the church. But she could not help it. As soon as she saw the church, her mind burned up and made her arm herself. Her chest is burning. The nausea that had been assaulting her is not hers. It is the chill coming from her master, a hopeless scent of death. She does not know what is going on. The only sure thing is that Emiya Shirou is on the verge of death. And there is no time. His wound would cause him to die at any second. That pain and the chill going around her body cause a sickening nausea. It is less than a thousandth of the pain Emiya Shirou is feeling. But she still cannot stop her nausea. Her master is wounded that badly. He will not live. She will not make it even if she rushes with Godspeed. He is dying right now, and she might lose her master in front of her eyes. The instant she imagines that, her rationality vanishes. She just has to rush to her master as fast as possible. If Godspeed is not fast enough, she just has to break through the reason of God. And fortunately, this is God's house, and her enemy
is God's messenger. I like that line. Her angry glare stares down the church. She crashes through the door and enters the chapel. She does not see the chairs. She ignores the path, goes through the chapel, through the courtyard, and down the stairs leading underground. All that's left are the demolished walls and the floor of the church. Incidentally, she is not that violent. She tried to open the door softly and did not put that much magical energy into her legs when she kicked off the ground. She merely could not control them. She goes down the stairs and reaches the underground temple. The sense of death is near. Actually seeing it, her anger goes over the limit. Anger toward herself and anger toward the enemy who did such a thing. Yo, I'm sorry, but this is it, Saber. She cannot even hear the voice of Lancer blocking her way. She is straining at her limits, and it seems she cannot loosen up no matter what happens. Her master is down in the darkness. In the back room. In the middle of the room, full of live corpses, he is on his stomach. Blood is pouring out of him, and his gasping can be heard even in this temple. He is alive. All the while she is relieved. She shakes from having left him for so long in that state. Shirou! Saber heads to the back room, but there's a guard in front of it. Holding his lance behind him, the blue spearman looks at Saber with fearless eyes. Yo! I'm sorry, but this is it, Saber. She does not hear his voice, so she does not stop. You! Ignoring me, huh? It is as one would expect from him to block it while he was talking. Lancer blocked Saber's surprise attack, but could not defeat its power as he retreats to the wall. So, I appreciate that Saber is so friggin' pissed that she's ignoring all pretense of chivalry. No greeting, no getting into battle pose, just walking up and attacking while he's talking. That is cool. Well done, Saber. But I have to say, this is an awful situation for Lancer. This is a tiny, compact, cramped room. This is a fight between swordsmen and spearmen. And Saber's friggin' Saber. How could Lancer possibly hope to win here? But that makes the hindrance go away. There is no time to fight Lancer now. She has to save her master, who is on the verge of death. Is that kid that important to you? I don't mind, but in that case, you really can't leave me alone. Saber stops at the entrance. What do you mean by that, Lancer? Well, I'm the one that stabbed him, but this is actually the second time I did it. He stayed alive the last time I did for some reason, so I pierced him for sure this time. You used Gael Bolga on Shirou? Don't worry, I didn't hit his heart, but the curse is still there. Even you should know the curse of this lance. This is the lance of cause and effect that reverses the cause and the effect. The one cursed by this thing cannot change their fate unless they have great luck. To put it simply, the wound made by the Gael Bolga cannot be healed. The one cursed cannot heal and bears the wound until they die, as long as this lance exists. That changes the air. Saber's eyes finally regain intelligence. You finally understand? You want to save that kid, right? Then you'll have to settle your match with me first. Well, thanks for making it easy, fella. Lancer's beast-like killing intent comes at Saber. It is true that Lancer is serious, but... Are you insane, Lancer? A Lancer would fight a swordsman in this small room? Yes, thank you. I cannot believe such a foolish idea would come from you. I shall let you go if you leave now. Leave that lance and disappear. I do not want to slay you in such an undesirable battle. Isn't that a more foolish idea? What kind of heroic spirit would discard their partner? I didn't pierce him to make some kind of a deal. I'm here to fight you, Saber. There is no dishonesty in his words. Lancer does not intend to let either of them leave here alive. For him, this is the first and last battle where he can go full strength. Lancer's wish is not for the Holy Grail. He wishes only for battles appropriate to heroic spirits. Such a simple wish that should have been easily granted to a normal servant was never granted him until now. Therefore, he has no intention of losing out on what might be his last chance. Even if it happens to be an unfavorable situation for him. All right, then I shall just slash away that lance along with you. Saber readies her invisible sword and faces the Blue Knight. Well said. To be honest, I'm glad you're the one that's left, Saber. Lancer's lance runs like a flash of light. Saber confronts it straight on. The rematch begins with both of them executing powerful blows. Interlude out. Whoa, back to Shirou. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. All I can hear is my own breathing now. I might have a fever that could burn someone into ashes, as it feels like my brain is already melting and pouring out my ears. Stop, 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 stop. Something's wrong. It feels like I don't have a brain anymore, but my body still keeps telling me about the pain and my head accepts it. Help, 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 help. My head isn't the only thing that's empty. I don't know where my heart or stomach are either. The nausea is unbearable. There's nothing left to throw up, but the nausea increases without limit. I endure the infinite repetition with gritted teeth. I can stay conscious. It's my pain, so I only have to endure it. There's no problem there. Give it back, give it back, give it back, give it back. So the problem is the voices. My head is empty, and I can only hear my breathing, but these voices still echo in my head. I don't even need to think whose voices they are. The corpses. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. I'm going mad. Every time I hear their voices, I'm stabbed in the chest. It's not scary. I just don't have any way to atone to them. Hey, 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 hey. No matter how much they beg for help and no matter how much I want to help them, I can't help them. I won't ask them to stop calling to me. It's just that no matter how much they call, I can't help them. That's why I think I'll go crazy if this continues. Return it, return it, return it, return it. No matter how much they ask, I cannot assent. All I can do is to end it for them. I can only fix the contradiction of the living dead. Oh my god, if they did die, like if Shirou got up and started like slicing their throats or whatever, the batteries would disappear. Gilgamesh would fade, and in fact fade out faster every time he used an attack. Whoa, hey! I can only make the creator of this hell atone for his sins. I can't take back any sad events or miserable deaths. That's my limit. A superhero only exists to straighten out what has already happened. Who was it that said that? Since I denied those words, I am being cornered right now. To be honest, I want to run away. I have no way to save them. I can only listen to them. I have no miracle to grant them. I don't have enough power to deny his claim that a superhero is only so strong. Then, if I had a miracle that could save them, would I use it?
She is here. Wake up, Emiya Shirou. Your servant has arrived.
I hear a voice. It's coming from right behind me. But I can't hear what it's saying. I just had a thought. My head's been kind of turning to Ace Attorney recently. I think it's kind of funny that... Okay, spoilers for the very first Ace Attorney game. I think it's kind of funny that I'm using the Manfred von Karma voice for Kirei. This deep, very gravelly, authoritative voice like this. And they're both the primary villains of the respective stories. It's a bit funny. My vision is blurry. There's nothing in front of me. All I sense are the voices asking for help and the figures that are already dead.
He is doing well, but he cannot match Saber as I expected. I need one more servant either way. I do not care whether that happens to be Saber or Lancer, but I shall make a selection before that.
I can't hear anything, but this man's voice echoes in my head.
Well, it is time for your turn. Let us go, Emiya Shirou.
My head is lifted. The man grabs my head and pulls me forward. So, Kirei's on the move. I think it's as I said. There are currently 8 servants in play. 7 need to die in order for the Holy Grail to appear. It doesn't matter whether Lancer lives or dies. It doesn't matter if Saber lives or dies. And given the circumstances of the room they're fighting in, I think it's very likely that they can't kill each other. They could not fight to a standstill. There's going to be an obvious victor, and that's going to be Saber. If only for narrative reasons, like she has plot armor. She can't freaking die to Lancer, that'd just be weird. So then it'll be Shirou, Kirei, Gilgamesh, and Saber. The Holy Grail will appear. What then? I guess we'll find out. It's as Taiga said in the dojo. Guys, this is the climax. The Fate route is actually ending. I first attempted to get into this 4 years ago, over 4 years ago, and this Let's Play began like 2 years ago. And finally, at long last, there are no barriers that are keeping me from recording. It's just... Finally, at long last, I'll finish Fate. But not Fate Stay Night, no. I will take a break after the Fate route. I'll Let's Play another game, Ace Attorney 4, Apollo Justice, but... Yeah, this is just real surreal for me. Like... I've been going through this for so long, and we're about to reach an endpoint. A temporary one, but wow! This is really real. Well, I'm very excited. This should be super exciting. I can't wait. So, I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Fate Stay Night. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. So until then, please take care.